Thank you so much for having me at today's TED Talk. As a first year student studying neuroscience, being asked to host a TED Talk is probably one of my top 3 dreams come true. And I can see all of my crew friends in the audience. Shout out DJL. I see you. Yep. Tonight, I will be exploring the topic of cognitive dissonance, which has always fascinated me. It is closely related to what I study, which is neuroscience, because it shows processes and inconsistencies between the anterior cingulate cortex, or ACC, and to a direct conflict with the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex, which is the DLPFC, for resolving these conflicts. And I remember thinking to myself, how could I make this relatable and something that people can kind of connect to? And I wanted it to be with something that I also feel very passionate about. And that's when it hit me. Subway. This food chain isn't just what gave us the footlong. This food chain gave us the right to choose what we want on our food. So every time you see build your own taco or bowl, Chipotle, basically you're looking at a descendant of Subway. This started a revolution that you can choose whatever you want on your food, and you're not just receiving what they're giving you. Growing up, it was my dream to own a Subway. This is true. And this week I had the privilege of hosting Takeover Tuesday, in which I made this dream kind of very public to everyone, and not everyone agreed with my very cold take that Subway is better than everything else. Haters gonna hate. So basically in life, it is normal for people to not agree with what we think. This actually makes us more resilient and able to kind of be able to go through life and correct and really work with people. You know, in workspaces, this is a really crucial part of our development. And in this case, haters are gonna hate is a direct correlation of cognitive dissonance. Because in this case, this is Subway cognitive dissonance, which is basically where the concept of eating fresh and having a customizable lifestyle doesn't always fit right with everyone's kind of thought processes. And because of this, they try to find a flaw in this just to make sense of the world. For example, Jackson, he believes that Subway is very foul and that my idea was very wrong. And Sam too, he doesn't believe that my love for Subway was kind of relevant, and that is okay too. But there's hope. See, while the skeptics are wandering around in this kind of fried food world, those of us that are aware of Subway's awesomeness are operating on a higher frequency. For example, Naya, she knows ball. Awareness of Subway's superiority isn't just an opinion, it's much more of an evolutionary leap. Okay, and I see some skepticism in the crowd. So while I could just dump all this data on you, I'm not going to do that, because as humans, we are storytellers. So I'm going to hit you with some of the other facts. These are 4 different points. I can hit you with the reality of agency, the value proposition of Subway, psychological comfort, or community roots, which are also very important. And this is what I like to call the Beyond the Sandwich segment, a deep dive into the ultimate dining experience. Okay, besides these points, which are all very evident, very clear, you are just one Italian ribs and cheese sandwich away from resolving your inner turmoil. Yes, you. So stop settling for these burgers that look nothing like what they do in the pictures. I'm talking to you, McDonald's. And go out there and build a masterpiece. However, at the end of the day, I can't tell you what to do. You do whatever you want, not my problem. But I will leave you with this. The Subway logo isn't just any regular old sign above a shop, it's a compass. Alas, just as those arrows kind of provide us with a clear direction in this world that's full of kind of unhealthy fast food choices that are really just damaging for you, the gospel, I'm talking Jesus, the man, not the myth, the legend, provides us with a definitive map for our souls in this world that's full of confusing, unhealthy, and life-threatening choices. His way. His way is the way, the truth, and the life. John 14:6. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.